the wrong kind of black. There's an elephant in the room when it comes to racism, and it's not a white one. This week, Kwasi Kwarteng was called superficially black by Rupa Huck. She's a Labour MP, a woman of colour. I think we can still say that, or has it been replaced with black and brown people, or BAME? Her comment was racist. And there lies the dilemma. BAME people can be racist, yet it is often the presumption that racism is perpetrated by white people. So in her view, his blackness is superficial. The dictionary definition, existing or occurring at or on the surface. So, not the real deal. Have a listen.
No, I'm sorry if I was not making myself understood clearly. He's superficially, he's a black man, but again, he's got more in common. If you look at again, it's that Joe Cox thing, more in common. If you look at the character, he went to Eton, I think he went to very expensive prep school, all the way through the top schools in the country. If you hear him on the Today programme, you wouldn't know he's black.
I see. So because Kwasi went to Eton, so he's clever, and because he's posh, he's not like a real black person. I can only deduce from those comments that she assumes that the majority of real black people are stupid and poor. Take Dr. Shola, or Shouty Shola, a black activist who talks all over anyone with a different viewpoint. Remember the Tory leadership race, the one that I suspect many in the party are beginning to regret? She called the diverse leadership challengers gatekeepers to the status quo.
Whether she gets to the next best position in the cabinet or she becomes prime minister, I think what you'll find is that Kemi Badenoch is strategically using her black identity, using herself as a voice for the culture war, a voice for the far right to drive her ambition. That is no longer a difference of opinion. What Kemi Badenoch does is racial gatekeeping. What she's doing is racial gatekeeping.
And when I challenged Dr. Shola on social media, nearly all the comments supporting me come from those who are white. Nearly all the insults come from people of colour, with hashtag #BeKind on their profiles, calling me, yes, you guessed it, Oreo, coconut, that I don't represent them, blah, 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 blah. So black on the outside and then white on the inside. For those people, I have stepped outside of their comfort zone of blackness. So I'm superficially black. Instead of seeing a successful person of colour and as a symbol of progress and a good thing, those who subscribe to this narrative wish to perpetuate it. And ironically, this kind of behaviour often comes from those on the left, who have taken the votes of minority groups for granted. The Labour Party was rocked by anti-Semitism, and the fact that Rupa Huck felt comfortable making her comments at a fringe event, which at the time appeared to go unchallenged by her party members around her, speaks volumes. Sir Keir Starmer, to his credit, did not mince his words and called her comments racist. Even Sadiq Khan said her comments were racist. He said, what it infers is that all black people speak a certain way and all black people are working class. Rupa Huck has since apologised on Twitter. It is sad that when Martin Luther King's vision is actually being realised, many want to stay shackled to the past. Why on earth would it be a negative thing for people to be judged on the content of their character rather than the colour of their skin? After all, we are one race, the human race.